Friday 11th of February, and we've got a beautiful sunny day. It's not going to last, so we've come out for a walk, and the crops are just starting to come up in these fields. There's two fields here. The hedges have all been cut. We're going for a little exercise. So this is actually going to go up on YouTube today. So if you're following us on YouTube, you've caught up with us, and we're right up to date. About the first time since I started sort of vlogging that we've actually put something up in real time. So there we are. Little catch-ups for you. What is there to say? Right, well, it's good that we're going out for walks as the weather gets better, because I've had some trouble with my right knee and my left hip, and I've now been to the doctor and had x-rays, and I've got arthritis in my right knee and left hip, which is why they were troubling me. Apparently walking is good for it, so it's a good job Carol and I like walking and do a fair bit of it, really, except this last couple of months not so much. One, because the weather has been absolutely freezing and cold and wet and horrible. Well, it's beginning of February, it's been wet and horrible. January was just cold. Plus we bought the car in December, so we haven't had to walk up to the shops. So that's sort of cut down on the walking miles that we do. And also, where we are, it's a good spot for lots and lots of reasons. Shops, town nearby, not too far to go to the doctors, all those good things. But there's not really very many, well, there isn't any walks really here. Just this one sort of circular, but as you can see in this video, we're having to walk on the road, which is very busy, to get to the bridle path, which takes us up to the other end, and back down. But both ways necessitate walking on the road some distance. So it's not ideal for a relaxed walk, because you're constantly aware of the traffic coming at you. So that's that. Carol's been having physio on her back. She's had about, is it 4 or 5 treatments now? Five treatments. She's gone private for that. Because getting physio on the NHS is never quick, and it's even slower now. The doctor has referred me to physio to hopefully give me some exercises to do. That was like a week ago. Actually, it was a week ago. I heard nothing from them so far. So that's not so good. I fully expect not to hear from them for, probably months. We'll see. Let you know how that goes. Water issues. as you know, you'll have seen the video of me fixing the leak that we had under the bed. We still don't know for absolute sure that is a total fix, because that was done about 2 to 3 weeks ago. 2 to 3 weeks ago, and we sort of waited. We dried, had the heater on, dried it out, left it. It went about 3 to 4 days, and then the damp patch came back again, which I half expected, because there was obviously a lot of water soaked in to the boards underneath the bed, I guess, for it to come out where it did come out, which wasn't immediately where the leak was. Here's the path off the road. It's always a relief to get away from the traffic. So yeah, so that came back. We dried it out again, and it lasted another couple of 3 days. And then, did it come back there again?
Yeah.
It did. And then it dried out. We dried it out. And then I tried to clean the carpet, which necessitated wetting it.
Yeah,
that was 2 weeks ago or so. And we then dried it out. We left it to dry naturally, so there was still a bit of damp there. And then it dried out, and it was fine for a few more days. And then we got a couple of wet patches in a different spot.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh no, what's going on? Anyway, we dried those out, and that was last Sunday.
Yeah.
We're now Friday, and it's still dry. So, fingers crossed. We're just hoping that we've got it beat now, that it's totally dried out underneath. There's no more damp to come through, but we're not claiming victory over it for another week or so.
No.
The other thing, Carol has a theory that it's when we fill up the water tank that we get this leak, because it did kind of occur when we filled up again.
Yeah, after 2 days.
After a couple of days.
Wow, we hadn't checked it.
We just
checked it 2
not,
days
yeah.
later,
And
it was
come
really
back.
wet.
So that's still a theory, because we've refrained from filling up the tank since we dried it out the last time. So it's gone 4 days dry without filling. We're going to do without filling up the tank. We'll use bottled water. We've still got a third of a tank left in there anyway, so we can go probably another week.
Oh, it's down on empty now.
It says empty, but there's a third in the tank when I looked. So we can probably go another week using bottled water, which is not too much of an issue. We'll do that and see if it remains dry. That will assure me that there is no more damp coming through. We will then fill. And if damp comes through, Carol's right.
Yeah.
And you know, Carol's always right.
Because after leaving it a fortnight, if it's dry, then we haven't got a tiny leak coming from the tank. So we'll fill up, and then it's either that the amount of water in the tank is making there's a tiny amount of pressure there, I don't know, or it's actually filling the tank that's doing it. So it's still a waiting game, a work in progress.
But I'm convinced that actually we fixed it.
Yeah.
And we'll fill up and it won't be a problem. But the only way to prove that is to make sure it's absolutely dry for it'll be dried for a fortnight.
Yeah.
And then fill up if no damp comes through, I'm right. If damp comes through, Carol's right.
Yeah.
How the heck we fix that, I do not know. But we'll know there's a problem and we can get somebody to look at it. Because I have no idea what to do about a leak when we're filling. There's no obvious water. There's no obvious... And I think, oh look.
Oh,
Look.
little crocuses.
Crocus is coming out. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Isn't that lovely? I've taken a picture of some daffodils that are just about to bloom. Yeah, all the way up through here. There's little crocuses. That is super. So nice to see. Although we've got a bit of cold weather coming, a cold snap coming. There's one right out there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of wet coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so bit of wet coming, bit of dry, cold weather coming, and so it's back to winter again, but it is beginning to feel like we're on the right side of it, isn't it?
Yes.
Because van life in the winter in England, even though the weather hasn't been really awfully bad, it's not much fun, to be honest.
No.
Which is why we should be in Spain right now. But of course, with the COVID lockdowns in France and so on, we weren't able to go. We bought the car. We've had these medical things to sort out, and that's worked very, very well. But it is nice to feel that we're getting on the right side of winter now. We're looking forward to spring. We're going travelling again in May. We're going up to the Silver Jubilee in London. Platinum Jubilee. Yeah.
Platinum Jubilee.
Silver was when we were young, wasn't it?
Yeah, 77.
Hi everybody, well we're back from our walk. I managed to cut us off at that point. Probably a long enough video anyway. We were just saying about going up to London for the Platinum Jubilee, which I thought was the Silver Jubilee, because I went back in time. It's good to be a time traveller sometimes. So that's about it really. We're just going to have some lunch. But this is the first video that is going up sort of live really, going up on the day it's made. Probably that will happen over the next few weeks. Probably I'm going to say that we'll put up one video a week, because we're pretty much static at the moment. But as we said, the weather's improving. We've got 1 or 2 places visits to go and do. It should be quite exciting, and you'll watch out for those. I'm catching up those of you who are watching on Facebook and not subscribed into our channel on YouTube. Why don't you? Because then you can be up to date. I am trying to catch up Facebook, but we're still about 3 months behind on the videos on there. But there's no point in putting them all up at once, so I'm putting them up almost daily at the moment, trying to catch you up on Facebook so you're not too far behind, because it gets a bit confusing. You know, a little while ago we were still putting up French videos from France, and people thought we were still in France. So I hope you've enjoyed our little walk. Sorry about the wobbly a bit at the end, because I'd focused in on those flowers. I forgot to out focus, and didn't realise until I turned to Carol's face, and it was like filling the whole screen. But the walk in between that, really wobbly because of the focus was wrong. So I do apologise for that. So hope that didn't make you too seasick or, or motion sick or whatever. Anyway, God bless, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Got some interesting videos coming up, I think. Bye for now.